wow, that movie did not go how I was expecting based on the trailer.
No way. Yeah, some people are going to be a bit disappointed because they thought they were getting
something. It was just going to be like a horror. Some of those like death scenes were just like insane.
They were really insane.
They were cool.
How do you make a unicorn look ferocious?
Yeah.
But without it looking stupid? And
I can't believe we're saying this about a movie titled Death of a Unicorn.
seeing the unicorns and knowing where they're from in that beautiful area made me want to go there.
Unicorns aren't real.
Oh, what?
Sorry.
Wow.
Brett and Lou's movie reviews. Brett and Lou's movie reviews. We are two best friends who like watching films and talking about them afterwards.
Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. And today we are going to watch
Death of the Unicorn. Payback is a bit... Oh, sorry, that's just a slogan.
Payback is a beast.
Yeah, that's just a slogan.
Okay, so who stars in this film? Who's it directed by?
That's a good question, Louis. Thanks for asking.
Okay, cool.
It stars Jenna Ortega, Paul Rudd, Richard E. Grant, and Will Poulter, and also Tia Leone of Bad Boys fame and Deep Impact.
Awesome.
And it's directed by Alex Sharfman. Alex Sharfman.
Shaft.
Yeah.
Shaft. Oh yeah. Can you dig it? Okay, so
How are you feeling?
Well, I was just about to ask you that, but yeah,
okay.
I think the film looks interesting based on the trailer. It kind of just looks like some weird horror film, like sort of like B-movie-esque, with just, you know, crazy plot with unicorns just ripping people to shreds.
Yeah.
And I cannot wait to see it.
Yeah.
How about you?
It just looks original. I'm looking forward to seeing something original.
Yeah.
And the poster, like, you know, it just looks literally like a quirky horror film with something that we've never seen before, which I'm quite interested to see.
Yeah.
Some of the humour in the trailer, I don't know, I just didn't quite get it. Like the bit when he says, I don't think I'm wearing the right pants for this kind of moment.
I don't think I should be in swim shorts for this moment.
You know, like just stuff like that made me feel a bit.
There might be an explanation in the film.
Yeah.
So,
So yeah, I haven't got high expectations, but I'm looking forward to it. Should we go and watch it?
yeah, let's do this.
Let's do this.
Okay, so we just watched Death of a Unicorn, and all I can say is, wow, that movie did not go how I was expecting based on the trailer.
No way.
What the hell?
Can I just say a spoiler?
Sure.
There's a unicorn in it, and it dies.
Wait, so Death of a Unicorn isn't about the non-death of a unicorn? Sorry, I couldn't think of anything clever and witty to say, so I just came up with that. If you gave me time to prepare for that, I would have come up with something better. Yeah. So, Brett,
it didn't go the way we thought.
Yeah, what did you think about the film then?
I just, like we said at the beginning, I thought it was going to be about a weird, quirky comedy horror about something different like a unicorn, and it was.
What did we get?
It was actually a very well developed, character-driven,
Sort of like
engrossing, exciting, well made, well acted film that
I'll agree.
that threw a curveball that took us on a journey that we didn't expect.
Completely subverted any expectations, and I really enjoyed it.
Yeah,
I really
love it
enjoyed
that they
it.
did that to us. That they took us somewhere we didn't know we were going. The feelings we were going to have. It was fucking lovely.
I'd say the marketing for the film was a bit misleading.
Yeah, some people are going to be a bit disappointed because they thought they were getting something.
It was just going to be like a horror, but it also delivered.
It did deliver what it
delivered
said.
because some of those like death scenes were just like insane.
They were really insane.
They were cool.
They were done really, really well.
Yeah.
Like the special effects were decent.
Yeah, those unicorns looked cool.
They really did. How do you make a unicorn look ferocious?
Yeah.
But without it looking stupid? And I mean, they obviously could base it on real life horses that exist and they can pick up movement, which is obviously
of course.
what they've done.
Yeah.
But
it looked great. It looked great, and it was just wow.
Like
what a film.
when Tia Leone got thrown around,
like a rag doll.
It
Yeah,
looked like she was actually getting thrown around. Like
it was like
it didn't look like a CGI human.
as real as it could look with a unicorn
Yeah.
throwing a human around. If
Yeah.
you know what I mean.
But there weren't any tropes that you get in other creature features.
No, and it was funny as well. The film was funny. It had some like
Yeah.
good comedy in there as well.
It was really funny, and I think
Yeah.
Paul Rudd carried the whole narrative of the film, and
yeah.
and he was perfect for that role. Will Poulter was fucking amazing in this film.
The
I
only
think.
problem I have is, I don't know, I just feel like Jenna Ortega is pretty much the same character in every film that she's in. Not that that's a bad thing, like, she's good at playing that role,
Yeah.
but she's pretty much like the same sort of like depressed teenager that she is in everything that I've seen her in so far.
Yeah.
Correct me if I'm wrong, I don't know.
I do get what you mean, and I thought she was going to be like that, and I had high hopes for her when she first came out because I did
Yeah.
like her. But like you say, she's been in a lot of films that are quite similar. Well, her character's similar.
Like Wednesday and in Beetlejuice 2 that I saw her in, and it's
Yeah.
incredibly dark here.
Should we turn around?
Yeah, let's turn around. Let's just walk back this way and, you know.
She in this though,
Hmm.
I feel like she was more subtle and
Yeah.
a little bit more real.
Okay.
Don't you think? And they didn't focus on her trying to be that attractive. They just focused more on her character, I think, in this.
Yeah.
And I think
Okay.
she did drive the movie forward, and
Yeah,
I
well,
liked her in this.
She was the main character. I mean,
Yeah.
the whole plot was revolved around
It was their
everything that she
relationship.
did. It was a relationship between her and Paul Rudd.
Yeah, it had a lot of heart.
And they had chemistry.
They really had chemistry. It had a lot of heart.
Yeah, and like, I can't believe we're saying this about a movie titled Death of a Unicorn.
Yeah, it had a lot of heart to it. I actually felt emotional at points.
Were you welling up?
I'll tell you what. I'm not going to give it away purely because I don't want. I want you guys
To watch it
enjoy
and
it like we
experience,
enjoyed it.
experience it, yeah.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
and if you have watched it, you'll know what we're talking about when we
Yeah.
say the ending was beautiful. It was a great ending.
Yeah.
Like, just thinking about it now, it's kind of like making my chest fill up with kind of like glee. Can you feel it?
Glee. Yeah, okay.
It was just a beautiful film.
So would you recommend Death of a Unicorn?
Yeah. Have we covered every aspect? We've covered the acting, we've covered special effects.
Oh,
we've
wait,
covered the characters.
cinematography, because you're an expert.
You took the words right out of my mouth. For once, I'm going to mention cinematography. But it wasn't just the cinematography in this, because cinematography and the actual beauty of the locations is two different things, but they go
Those-
together. The locations were stunning, and it added and lent itself to
Well,
the
that is
mystique of the
that is a
unicorn.
part of the cinematography, though.
It
the
is, yeah.
locations and
But
the
the
lighting
locations-
and
Yeah, but the locations
angles of camera. They chose a lot of like wide shots of the
Yeah.
locations. That is cinematography.
Yeah, but I wanted to go there. I wanted to be in that place.
It made
And
you want to go to that place.
seeing the unicorns and knowing where they're from in that beautiful area
Brett,
made me want to go there.
unicorns aren't real.
Oh, what?
I'm sorry.
Wow. Did you know, fun fact, they used to bring back narwhal horns on expeditions, and that's where the myth of unicorns came from. Because they told everyone that they were from a unicorn, but they weren't. They were
Did
narwhal
not know
horns.
that.
Yeah.
Now I do.
Yeah, fun fact.
Cool.
But yeah, I think we've covered everything. It's a film that you really need to experience, and I loved it.
Yeah, and it's well worth going to the cinema to see this one.
It really is.
It's definitely like a cinema film.
We need to support original films.
I think that because the director, it was his first film, right? It's his directorial debut.
Yeah.
I think that's a great film for him for his first film.
He knew what he was doing.
Yeah.
He knew exactly what he was doing.
Yeah.
I'd love to know who wrote it. I've got a feeling that he did write it, but I'll fact check that in a minute.
Yeah,
and
we'll
I'll-
check it.
And I'll add in
You
if
add
it was
in
true
your little
or false.
bit. Yeah.
Now.
So how about the score out of 10? What are you going to give it? I know you love giving things a score out of 10. So what would you give Death of a Unicorn?
I'm going to give this film, out of 10, 8.5.
That is
9
good.
I reserve for like the greatest films I've seen. You know, there's only a few.
Is there
10
ever
out of
a
10s.
10?
Yeah, for me, Planes, Trains and Automobiles, Terminator 2, RoboCop.
Yeah.
But
Logan?
or Logan.
What about Soldier?
Why not?
Soldiers deserve soldiers, sir.
Oh God, Soldier. No, but they're my 10s. But 9s are very rare. So I'm just going to say this was a really enjoyable 8.5.
Okay.
How about you?
I'm not going to give it a score out of 10.
Ah, damn it, I knew you were
Sorry.
gonna say that.
Sorry. I don't know. For me, I don't see the point. I'm just going to tell you guys that it was a really, really good film, and I would highly recommend going to watch this film.
Yeah.
So if it was going to be out of 10, it would have been an 8.
Thanks. I was just going to say, if you could give it a score out of 10. I think the chances of you giving it a score out of 10 a few minutes ago were like 2. So
Cool, guys.
we
Well,
agree on it.
yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, an 8.5 around that sort of neighborhood.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for watching. Go and check out Death of a Unicorn, and please like, comment, subscribe. It would be doing us a favor, and we'll keep giving you the cool reviews.
Yeah, the cool reviews.
All
Woo!
right. See you next time.
See you next time. Bye.
Bye.
Brett and Lou's movie reviews. Brett and Lou's movie reviews. We are two best friends who like watching films and talking about them.